Namaste, yogis, and welcome to this Beachin Vinyasa Flow that was inspired by my afternoon lounging by the beach in beautiful Tulum. Oh my God, as I was sitting there opening myself up to the medicine of the water, I was so inspired to create a flow that was as fluid as the beach, as the ocean. So all you need for this practice is yourself and your mat. Let's get started in a comfortable seated position. With your thumbs and index fingers together, palms on your knees, let's close our eyes and begin to sink into our bodies, scanning for any tension or any tightness, and just allowing our breath to gently trickle into that space. And you better believe those puns were purposeful. We're going to do a few rounds of deep breathing, inhaling through the nose, sipping in a little more air and holding your breath for a second. And then we're going to exhale through the mouth, sighing it all out, letting it all go. Going for a few rounds just like that at your own pace, inhaling deeply through your nose, sipping in a little more air at the top and holding, and gently exhaling through the mouth, sighing everything out, letting it all go. Noticing how with every exhale, you are anchoring deeply into this moment. Following your breath, letting it ground you. Setting the intention to open ourselves up to the wisdom of the ocean. And we notice that no matter what goes on the surface of the water, no matter how the waves crash or how the storms may affect it, underneath the surface, there's always calm. There's always that peace. And we can aspire to be like that. When things go wrong in our lives and when shit happens, our ego mind wants to hold on and ruminate and strategize and resist and create narratives that keep us stuck. What if we instead disidentified with that egoic mind and we let go of what's going on above the surface and instead tap into that inner reservoir that each one of us has? That deep, peaceful, tranquil spaciousness that exists within all of us. Keeping that intention while we're on the mat today and off the mat. One last breath here. Blinking the eyes open. And we're going to flow right into it, starting with our sun salutations. So meet me at the top of your mat. All right, feet hip width apart. Inhale the arms up, palms touch. Exhale, waterfall down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, step or jump back to your plank, chaturanga. Upward dog and downward dog. And you know I like to move through my sun sals quickly, and since this is a fluid practice, we're immediately going to just bend the knees, look between the hands, jump forward, forward fold, and come all the way up. Mountain pose, palms touch. Inhale. Exhale all the way down. fluid like water. Inhale, lifts you halfway. Exhale down. Make this a moving meditation, stepping into your plank. Chaturanga, upward dog, and downward dog. Bending the knees, gazing between the fingers, jumping forward. Forward fold. Inhale up. Palms touch. Exhale down. Forward fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, step, jump back to plank, chaturanga. Upward dog, downward dog. Finding your way to the top of your mat, however you want to get there. Forward fold. Inhale to rise, palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. Bringing your toes to touch for our sun bees. Let's sit into our chair. Heels touch, fingers graze the floor, arms come up. Your weight is in the heels. Inhale here. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale down and move through your vinyasa. Immediately that right leg is going to come up, three-legged dog. Step that right foot between the hands. Drop your back heel down. Warrior one. Inhale for a breath here. Exhale, drop the hands down. Send that leg back, vinyasa. Beautiful. Meeting in a downward dog. Left leg comes up. Bring that left foot between the hands. Drop the heels down. Warrior one on the left. You're here for a breath. And sending your hands down, legs back, vinyasa. Moving meditation. Toes touch. Bend the knees, gaze between the fingers. We're going to jump and land in our chair pose. We're back here. Here for a breath. Inhale to rise. And exhale back into your chair. You know where we're going. Sun B. Forward fold. Halfway lift. And all the way down. Step it back. Vinyasa. Right leg immediately comes up. And we're going to send it through. Warrior one. Trying to keep our movements fluid. Sending it back down. Making our yoga into a dance. Left leg comes up. Step it through. Warrior one. And vinyasa. And we'll meet in a downward dog. Beautiful. Catch your breath here in your downward dog, or you can put your knees down and find yourself in a child's pose. That's available to you anytime. All right, let's keep it going. Right leg comes up, and we're going to step it through between the hands. Drop your back, knee down, low lunge. So you want to really press into that right leg. You're going to feel this on your left hip flexor. Breathing here. Untuck your toe or tuck your toes. And from our low lunge, let's challenge ourselves. We're going to move into a warrior three. So you can place your hands in prayer in front of your heart and step it forward. Warrior three. Woo! I am wobbly. It is hot in Tulum, but I am not complaining. I am loving it here. The energy is magical. Beautiful. From warrior three, with controlled movement, stepping into our warrior two. Let me flip around so you can see me. Warrior two. reverse warrior. Side angle pose, right elbow to right knee. Left arm comes up. From side angle, we're going to go into a surfer's lunge to your left. So bending deeply into the left leg, straightening the right leg. Pressing that left knee away with your left tricep, right toes pointing towards you. From our surfer's lunge, we're going to move into our half moon. So controlled movement in the legs. Whee! Fluid movement. We're all about that water. Breathe in your half moon. And from here, you're going to bring your knee into your chest as you come up to rise in your one-legged mountain pose. Hands to your heart center, knees to your chest. You're going to find yourself a figure 4 in the legs. So draping that left ankle over your right knee, sitting into your figure 4. Hold it here. Intertwining your fingers around your left toe, coming up to rise, extending that left leg out in front of you. It's a balancing pose here. Find your balance, find your drishti, engage your core. Opening the leg to the side. Keep a little bend in that right knee. Then we're going to send that left leg behind you, reaching for the left arm. We're in a cross with our legs, side body stretch here. So that left leg is outside the right edge of your mat. And we're here. We're going to complete the circle. So we're going to turn all the way to the back of the mat. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale down. Vinyasa. Downward dog. Let's lift that left leg up. Step that foot between the hands. Drop your back knee down. Low lunge. We're moving a bit fast through these poses. We're trying to keep it fluid. And speaking of water, I am dripping sweat right now. So I don't know about you, but even though this is a water flow, I hope you're building some heat as well. Untuck the toes. And we're moving into our warrior 3. Hands to heart center and take off. Warrior 3. And with controlled movement, dropping that back leg, warrior 2. Here for a breath, reverse warrior. Side angle pose, left elbow to left knee, right arm up and over. From side ankle, surfer's lunge to the right. So you're pushing the right knee away with the right tricep, left toes pointing back towards you. Now from here, there's one big movement to move into our half moon pose. So using the strength of your legs, left arm to left corner of the mat, right leg lifts, half moon pose. Beautiful. From half moon, let's bring that knee into the chest as we slowly rise. One-legged mountain pose. Now, I'm wobbly on my left, so let's try not to judge ourselves. And remember our intention. As much as we tremble, as much as we fall, as much as we wobble on our yoga mat, let's let go of any egoic narratives around our practice and find instead that stillness within that yoga is meant to elicit. So draping that right ankle over the left knee, figure 4 in the legs. Awesome. Grabbing that right big toe and coming up. Balancing here. Opening to the side. And then letting go and sending that right leg behind you. Grabbing your right wrist with your left hand. Big side body stretch here. Good. Coming back up. Twirling all the way. So we're facing the front of the mat again. Vinyasa. Meet in a downward dog. And once more, that right leg is going to lift. We're going to step it through. We're in a firefly pose. Left arm stays down, right arm comes up. So the back knee stays hovering off the ground. From firefly, we're going to open into a reverse twist in our high lunge. So that left arm reaches forward, right arm reaches back. You're in a twisted lunge here. Breathe and come all the way to the left edge of your mat. You're in a 4-pointed star. Inhaling, arms up. Exhale, your toes point out, heels are in one line. Goddess pose. Hands to heart center. I love goddess pose. And today I learned about Mayan culture and how they used to always offer the deities a gift, some sort of offering. And that's still part of the Tulum culture today. And by deities, even the earth, even the plants, they're all gods and goddesses in their own way. The water is divine. It is divine, as are you. And yet we move through life taking all these things for granted. And it's just a beautiful reminder to offer even a token of appreciation, a mental note of gratitude. A hello, beautiful tree, you're so beautiful. Or thank you, water, for cleansing and purifying us. Thank you for this beautiful goddess pose. And thank you to our body for being able to hold this pose for as long as that little monologue took me. All right, straighten the legs, reach the arms up, wide-legged forward fold. Good. Walking your hands to the back of the mat. Vinyasa. We're all over the mat today. Just like water taking shape of whatever container you put it in. We are just going with the flow here. Left leg lifts. Stepping that left foot between the hands. Keeping the right hand down. Left arm up. Firefly pose. Getting super strong in the legs. And slowly coming up for your reverse. For your twisted high lunge. So your right arm is reaching forward, left arm reaches back. And again, opening to the long edge of the mat, goddess pose. This time we're going to place both hands on the knees. Inhale. And as you exhale, send your left shoulder to the center, looking past your right shoulder. Oh, that twist feels so good. We're twisting the spine as we open the hip. Inhale through center. Exhale, opposite shoulder, twist. Come back through center, all the way to rise. Toes point forward, wide-legged forward fold. And coming up to rise, walking your hands towards the right leg. We're back at the top of your mat. Your final vinyasa of the class. Give it all you've got. And let's meet in that downward dog. Breathe. Ujjayi breath, creating the sound of the ocean, constricting your throat. Gaze between the hands, bend the knees, and jump into seated and find your way on your back. So the soles of your feet are on the ground. You want to be able to just graze your heels. And we're going to lift the hips, bridge pose. Challenge yourself. Can you lift those hips even higher? Good. Drop the hips down. Hug the knees into the chest. Drawing big circles with the knees, giving your lower back a nice little massage. Reversing the direction of that circle. Slowing down here. All right, putting your legs back on the mat. Option to move into your bridge again, and or you can go into the full expression of the pose and to wheel. Now I haven't done wheel in a while actually. I feel like I want to challenge myself a bit here. If it's in your practice to do it, if not, please skip it and just do bridge. Woo! Oh my god, I still got it. Okay, great. I haven't practiced. I've been kind of scared of doing back bends ever since I slipped a few discs in my lower back. So just to even prove to myself that I still can is a great validation. Thank you, body. Thank you, thank you. All right, if you're in that wheel or bridge, come down. Hug the knees into your chest again. Find what movement feels intuitive to you here. Whether you want to do circles, rock back and forth. Actually, you know what? What would a water flow be without boat pose? So let's rock up into that boat pose. Woohoo! So you can have your knees bent, straighten your legs. You can hold on to your thighs. Whatever happens, keep that core strong and engaged. Oh my God, the birds sound so beautiful. And our boats are on waters that we have faith will take us where we need to be. And even though our core is shaking right now, we're tapping into our inner peace. My inner ocean of peace. All right, let it go. Final resting pose, Shavasana. Feeling the medicine of this practice integrating into every cell in your body. Observing how our body feels after such a strong and fluid practice. Our muscles may ache, we may feel a bit sore, but underneath all of that, we have strength, we have power, we have so much peace. Thank yourself for showing up on the mat today. Thank your body for holding you through this practice. Thank your soul for keeping you floating, keeping you here. And I hope you can carry some of this peace with you throughout your day. Take as much time as you'd like in your Shavasana. This is where I leave you. I'm so grateful that we got to share this practice together. Oh my God. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe. Leave me a comment. I want to know from you, what kind of flows would you like to see more of? Thank you again for joining me. Namaste.